Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Taurus, for your meditative session, you guys got Primrose. It's crazy because it's similar to Aries, but it might just be the vibe this week, like love, right? Because the primrose symbolizes love. It symbolizes romantic love specifically and new beginnings. So it's really cute because it also says that it doesn't necessarily need to be a new love. It can be a tenderness to an existing relationship that comes. So you guys are going to have to choose in which way this is like going to affect your life, if it is a new love or if it is a tenderness to an existing one. But I definitely feel like it's reminding me of like the spring kind of, and I know we're going into the fall, so it's so funny, but it's the flowers are like the first to bloom after a winter, and that's why I'm getting like a really cute like spring vibe. So I feel like for a lot of you guys it's going to be in love, right? That there's like an awakening or like a renewal. So yeah, Taurus, that's what I got for your meditative session. Let's pull some cards and see what we get. So, Taurus, this is a crazy reading. I have two pairs here. I have the Queen and the King of Earth, and I have the King and the Queen of Air. So I have two pairs here, right? And I'm not saying this is two couples. I think this is two people, right? And I think this is a very spiritual connection with the King and the Queen of Air. I think this is like a very, very, I don't know if it's like, obviously it's a soulmate, but I think it might be like some sort of like telepathy, right? With these two people coming out. It's like, there's an understanding between these two, and I don't even know if it's actually spoken, right? Or if it's just like a knowing between these two people. So it's odd. And I feel like for some reason with this 10 of Wands and the Ace of Cups, I think, and like the 6 of Wands, I think that there's definitely an energy of, I think, honestly, this for me, it's like feeling like a renewal. It's feeling like a renewal of love in someone's life. And I think these two people, I would want to say, I think they might know each other, to be honest. I feel like this might be two people who already know each other. And I hate to be like that reconciliation reading, but like it just feels like maybe it feels like an old couple because you guys are, again, like soulmates from like another, like on another level, right? Like two true pairs came out. It's like I feel like there wants to be like an end to the fighting so that we can like try again. Like with this Ace of Cups, it's like an end to this 10 of Wands and a victory, right? So it's like there can only be victory when there was once like ego, right? This is an ego card. So it's like, again, I feel like because the ego card is coming out with the Ace of Cups on top of it, it's like someone wants to put the ego away, right? And just focus on the love that is actually here between these two people. And again, with the Two of Cups, I think that like the Two of Cups, it's funny, the Two of Cups is being surrounded by the King and the Queen, right? So it's like, I don't think that's just one person that knows this. Again, I think both people do. That's why I feel like this is already someone that you might know, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But for me, I'm getting like high renewal, right? Like a rebirth. again, it is a new beginning for these two people, but again, I think these people might know each other already. And I think that they're I think that they're in totally different energy, like in a sense, because I feel like I think the Queen of Earth is kind of like hoarding her energy right now with the Four of Cups. I think she's just like, and with the Six of Swords, it's like, I don't think she's taking any bullshit at this point. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna be around to, I don't know, it's kind of like a selfish energy, but I think it's actually a good thing for her, because I think like this Queen of Earth might have, again, been maybe too like nice in the past and a little bit too like, you know, accommodating is the word I want to say. So now it's like the exact opposite energy, where it's like, I'm not gonna kind of take anybody's shit, and I'm kind of just doing my own thing. And I feel like this queen is focusing on her abundance. She's focusing on like her wealth, right? I feel like this queen, I feel like is heavily like, I don't think this queen is thinking about love. I think this queen is thinking about work. And I feel like this king is thinking about coming in, right, with the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like an ending and a beginning. And again, with the king coming out at the very end, I think that the king is the one that's kind of, I think the king is the one that might be the one to speak first, because you see how they both have birds, right? But the king is the one with the hawk with that mouth open, whereas the queen is kind of like just sitting there silently. Like, again, I feel like the masculine is gonna have to be the one to like say something first, but I definitely feel like they are coming out of a cycle and a journey, right? Like a learning situation where they had to, I feel like they were witnessing a lot of dark, right? With the journey card coming out, it talks about the journey being both dark and light. And I think that this was definitely a dark time for this king, right? With the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords, it's like this king has definitely been through it. But with the Temperance coming out at the end, I feel like, again, they're receiving a lot of aid and they're receiving a lot of guidance. And that's what's kind of making this end of the cycle, like that is what's completing the cycle, right? The fact that they're like at the end, right? And they're about to start again. And it's funny because he's coming out at the end, and I feel like, again, there's some sort of message that he's getting and that he has to relay. And it might just be to the feminine, but again, I don't even know. I feel like they're already relaying messages, but just not like in 3D. Like, I don't think these people are like meeting in the 3D, but I think they're already speaking. There's a communication going on between these two, whether it's like intuitively, like they both know something, or like telepathically, like they're talking. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're talking on another plane, right? Like, this is the air, right? And then this is the earth. And I feel like in the earth, they're in totally different energies than in the air. It's like in the air, they're already communicating. Do you see how like the king is already kind of like sending messages out? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know if you could see it. But then like here, I feel like the two are silent in the 3D. So it's like there's something going on like in the 5D, or like in this dimension that we, like, I don't, like, not in this dimension, but somewhere else, that they're speaking already. And they're like, they already know. And it's funny because here in the 3D, things are very different. And I don't know if that's going to like deter the king, but I think the 3D is definitely very different from wherever it is that they're communicating, right? It's interesting how like the Two of Cups came out next to the Queen of Air and the King of Earth. Maybe this is like the energy that these people are in. Maybe it's like the king who kind of needs to catch up, because like I feel like, again, the queen is already like on this level and the king is still on like the earth. And like, yeah, we end with the king catching up, right? But it's like, I don't know, there's something here about, it could be that the king might need to catch up kind of vibe. Like the king is the one that maybe is still like dealing with 3D bullshit, and they're not like at the level of the queen yet where they're like, again, but I do feel like they're already communicating. So it's like, I don't know if this king gets it yet though. Like I feel like the queen does get it with the queen and the Two of Cups already here, but it's like, I don't know if the king is there yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like with the Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, it's not that they're not going to get there, it's that they will get there. But it's like, they're still, I feel like entangled with like Earth 3D shit, right? Whereas like the queen is already on the next level, right? Like the queen is already here. It's like, I think we're just waiting for the king to get there, but the king has like shit to deal with, right? With the journey, the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the Temperance. Or maybe this is where the king has been, and like that's where like maybe the king is like on his way now, but it's like, where the fuck have you been? You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I've been here. Like I've been here dealing with this bullshit. Right? Like I've been in the 7 of Swords. I've been in tricky energy. I've been in heartbreak. I've been in like backstabbed. I've been tricked. I've been like hurt. You know what I mean? Like the worst cycle that could possibly happen is the 10 of Swords. Like honestly, like this, especially with this story, it's like a dad chopping off his daughter's hands. He's like, you know what? I'm going to save myself. Like fuck her. Like that's literally the vibe in this card. So it's like, and then the 7 of Swords is someone who's like tricking you. Do you see like the shadow behind him? Like it's literally scary. It's like wherever this person's been, it's not been pleasant, and that's where they've been. Honestly, if that's what's been going on, it's like the queen has already been there and maybe has already known what this love is all along, and it's been like up to the king, right? It's like the king hasn't really gotten there. The king is the one that took a long time, and now maybe on the 3D he's finally kind of getting it. But there's something here about the spiritual. These people, I don't know, like it's like, I don't want to use the word soulmate. I feel like it's beyond that. And I don't want to use the word like twin, because it's like, I just feel like it's beyond all those words. I don't know what kind of couple this is though. I don't know what's beyond all those couples. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's like whoever these two people are, they know each other very well. I think it's like a past life thing. It's like but people who've known each other and come back to each other every single lifetime live. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like these people know each other. And there's something about like spring and winter, again, like a renewal of this relationship. Again, maybe that's what these people do. Like this couple just comes back all the time to be with each other. I'm not sure. It just feels like something bigger than this 3D. It feels like people who've like literally known each other forever. So yeah, Taurus, I'm gonna pull some advice for you guys. It's a crazy reading though. So you guys got Bat Spirit, number 5, a rebirth is assured, and you got Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom, number 67. So this is a 5, which is like 14, 1, 4 makes a 5. And this is 13, right? And 1, 3 makes, and there's a 13 here with the queen. So I feel like this is advice for the king, and this is advice for the queen. It's funny because the card colors match perfectly, right? Like they're literally exactly the same. Like all the cards are different, right? But these two are like literally the same. So again, there's something matching with these two people. And the advice for the masculine, or what's going on with the masculine, is a rebirth, right? Like, again, like this person is just waking up. This person is just, it's like a spring for them, right? It's like they've been in the winter, right? And they're coming out, and it's the spring. It's the end of a cycle and the beginning again for this masculine, I want to say. And they've been through, again, they were in the dark, right? They were in the dark, a very dark time of their life, a winter, again, like when nothing could like kind of prosper, nothing's growing, it's just kind of learning things. And with Temperance, I feel like they're trying to switch the energy for them, right? And they're putting an end to it, right? And again, I feel like it's an ending and a beginning in a sense. Like this masculine's on a different page now. Whereas they were dealing with this, they're dealing with, now they can have time to kind of deal with a different energy when they're not like fighting. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like they were fighting a lot in the cycle, where they were like kind of fighting for themselves, right? Like in the 10 of Swords, they're like fighting for their life, right? It's like a nightmare. And that's what I feel like this person has kind of been through. So with the rebirth, it's like they're being given a different, like a time to like do things differently. And it's because they had to go through a cycle of learning, right? So now they can finally like reap some sort of fruit or some sort of benefit, or like start over, right? So like we can start something that isn't in this, right? Whatever they sowed in that old cycle didn't prosper, obviously. Whatever they were like doing in that old cycle didn't work for them. So they have to start again, right? So that's where like the spring is coming from. Like there's snow and they need the spring. They have to start again. So the feminine energy got wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom, number 67. And it's interesting to me because this is an omen that you're on the right path. This is an omen that like you're like destined for whatever, like you're on the right path, you're in alignment. So you're headed towards, I guess, your abundance, right? Because you are aligned. And it's interesting how these two people are in completely different energies, right? But at the same time, they're still a match. And I wonder if like this is just to tell you, this reading is just to like let you know what this other person's been doing or what this other person's up to. Again, I feel like this is like a soulmate beyond something that I can even comprehend. Like I'm trying to. I don't know if you guys are meant to even see each other again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like a check-in. like how are they doing? You know, like I just was wondering how they're doing. Because I don't know if they're necessarily in your 3D. Again, like I think that maybe the masculine would want to be, but at the same time it's like they're just telling the feminine energy to keep going, like keep doing what you're doing. And I feel like you already know that, like you just have to keep going, right? You have to keep going no matter what this person is doing. It's like I still have to stay like aligned and attuned to my own life. So yeah, Taurus, this is a crazy reading. I love you guys. Thank you for this reading. I think it's like really special. I've never like seen a connection like these two people. I think it's really, really beautiful. And I see a lot of love here, and I just see like, you know, like this is like love, right? This is like true love. Like I think these people understand each other beyond like beyond what I can even describe. So yeah, Taurus, I love you guys. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.